Hi, I'm John, and this is a 36-year-old mom of 3 who has struggled with her weight her entire life. Now, believe it or not, this fitness model, featured in a popular fitness magazine, is the same person a few months later. When you listen to her unusual story, you'll discover that just like many other women, she was able to go from this to this and keep the weight off without endless cardio and crazy workouts, eating her favorite foods, and living an extremely busy life as a mother of 3. And like a lot of women, she was frustrated and angry because even though she was religiously following the rules of one diet after another, eating less and less, working out more and more, doing endless cardio workouts, her weight would just not budge. And even when it did drop, she could never get rid of the excess weight in her midsection. But that was until she met a certain nutritionist and fitness expert named Glenn, who showed her that by addressing her stomach fat first, before anything else, that she'd lose weight all over her body. And more importantly, because he was showing her how to do it naturally, still eat the foods she loved, and work out way less, she'd be able to maintain her weight and especially her slim waistline for the rest of her life. She was doubtful, to say the least. But what he was teaching her made so much sense to her after she thought about it for a while, so she was willing to try it out. He told her what she needed to do, how she had to stop working out altogether, stop doing crunches or sit-ups, stop doing endless cardio, and to start eating more. And that she could even have her favorite desserts, but at very strategic times. To make a long story short, she ended up joining her first fitness competition at the age of 37 and placed 3rd. And remember, this is a mother of 3. Now, she says, I feel in control of my body for the first time in my life. I used to think it was just genetics, that I was just born this way, and that I'd have to struggle for the rest of my life while others had it easy. Now I see that was just a false belief built on false information. Now remember, she's just one of many women I've met and interviewed who have used his program, and after months of chasing him down, he shared his methods with me, and my view of fat loss has changed forever. With these secrets, which I'll be sharing with you in just a bit, all of these women are free of their excess weight, proud of their slimmer, leaner looks, and still enjoy the food they love. Again, my name is John. I'm a natural health researcher and practitioner, and by watching until the very end, you'll also discover how to rid yourself of stomach fat for good, even the most resistant and stubborn kind that just won't budge, or at best goes away only to rebound again with a vengeance, and completely fat-proof your belly area for the rest of your life. And that's because you're about to see the main cause of belly fat that so-called experts don't even know about, and why all the diets and devices hawked on late-night infomercials never work. I don't know how long this presentation will be up, but if you come back tomorrow and this presentation is no longer free, don't say I didn't warn you. So watch this right now while you still can. Now, I've used his methods as well, and I can tell you from my own experience that even though this may sound impossible right this moment, after you watch to the end and follow what it says like thousands of deeply grateful people have before you, your coworkers, friends, and family will be shocked at the staggering transformation your body goes through almost overnight. How suddenly, even your favorite jeans that you haven't been able to wear in years or even decades now glides on and fit perfectly. And your stomach now looks flat. There's no more excess water retention and no more bloating. How cravings for sweets and processed junk foods vanish and you have a long-lasting energy and mental focus throughout the day. And that's just to name a few of the incredible results I've experienced. I'm going to introduce you to this brilliant nutritionist and fitness expert and reveal some of his secrets in just a second. But before I do, I need to talk about the big lie that's keeping you from having the slim waistline you've always deserved. And I think you'll see why I feel a sense of duty to share this with you. Especially after you hear about a woman who was borderline diabetic and was able to bring her blood sugar back to normal for good. Or how another lady was suffering from adult acne and infertility, and when she learned what I'm about to share with you, not only did she get her slim waistline back, she cleared her skin completely. Or how another lady, whose cholesterol was dangerously high, stunned her doctors when she showed up over 23 pounds lighter and with perfect blood work. And you'll see how you can virtually eliminate the water retention that comes with your hormonal cycles so you can retain your lean physique all month long, month after month. Not to mention the constant reports of women who have eliminated fatigue, energy crashes, bloating, and even digestion problems they didn't even expect to, and all without doing a single sit-up, crunch, or counting a single calorie. But just a fair warning, some of what this expert discovered might be hard to believe and may even seem a bit odd. In fact, when you hear what he has to say, you may even reject it. But that's only because he isn't rehashing the same mass-marketed information just to make a buck. You see, because he spent his whole career studying the human metabolism, and because he's a holistic practitioner, he looks at the metabolism in a completely different way. So please stay with me. So what's the big lie that's keeping you from naturally having a thin, lean waistline without even trying? The big lie is that belly fat can be burned with eating less and exercising more. And an even bigger lie is that an ab exercise can burn fat around your abs. As I'm about to prove to you in just a minute, none of that is true, and that a simpler, easier, and more permanent solution exists that you can start as soon as tonight. The truth is, there is an organ we all have, and it's inside of our abdominal area, behind our ab muscles. It's called the omentum. It's like the word momentum, but without the M. This omentum is like a fishing net, but instead of catching fish, it catches fat. And it does it deep inside your belly. Here's a video to show you how it works.
If you've got too much belly fat, problems start to happen. And here's the big one. Let's look at the omentum. This is an animation. That yellow stuff there, that's the omentum. And that pad, we're going to get rid of that for a second. There's the liver up there, the gallbladder is the green stuff. And there's the stomach of the food you ate earlier today, and it's being pushed down into the small bowel. Your bowel is going to mix that with bile, the green stuff from the gallbladder. And like a soap, it'll wash it and help it absorb through this very thin wall to the big portal vein. This vein carries all the nutrients to the liver. No matter what you eat, the liver's going to metabolize it and send it out to the body. If you eat healthy stuff, the liver's going to love that. If you eat unhealthy stuff, the liver will turn fatty. This fat liver afflicts a quarter of the population. And then this omentum starts to get ponderously large as it pulls way across and becomes that big beer belly that so many folks have. This is actually what happens inside of your belly. The reason your belly gets big is not because you got a little fat beneath the skin. You get big fat under the muscle, way inside where those organs are that I showed you. Normally, omentum looks like this. See, it's very thin, very dainty. It's like pantyhose, very elegant, right? You can see through it almost. I can see it, right? Now, what happens is, instead of having that nice dainty omentum, you end up with this. Now, compare this to this. There's a big difference there. And that's the difference that I'm talking about. When you have this big pad of omentum here slopping up inside of your intestines, there's no way your body can keep up with it. And it causes coronary artery disease, it causes diabetes, it causes hypertension. That's what I'm focused on today, because this belly fat poisons your liver, causing high cholesterol. It squeezes the kidneys. The kidneys have to jack up your blood pressure because the kidneys regulate your blood pressure. And it also poisons the ability of insulin to work. And without that, you get diabetes.
So you see, this kind of belly fat is not the fat right under our skin. It's buried deep inside of our abdominal area and is a lot harder to reach. It's also why even if you're able to lose some weight, your stomach still may stick out or resist your diet or exercise efforts. You see, if your weight loss program doesn't attack this area deep inside of your belly, not only will you keep your stomach fat, you will have a much harder time losing weight in all other areas of your body. Why? Because this omentum, when it grows all around your liver, and your liver goes from looking like this to this, a large fatty liver. Do you see how it's getting gray and enlarged? That is an enlarged fatty liver that not only causes all the health-related diseases we have today, like heart disease, diabetes, strokes, cholesterol, but a fatty and inflamed liver also makes it possible for you to lose weight anywhere else. Why? Because your liver is like the oil filter of your car, but instead of cleaning oil, it cleans all your fat-burning hormones. When you think about your teen years, that was when your body changed the most, right? That's because of your hormones. Hormones are extremely powerful, and when it comes to fat-burning hormones, they're the most powerful fat-burning substance on Earth. But when your liver is clogged up, dirty, and inflamed, these powerful fat-burning hormones get blocked as well. Now, there's a third way the omentum affects your weight in general, and it affects women. A blocked liver can throw a woman's hormones completely out of balance, and women start to experience much larger swings in water weight throughout the month. And because some of these hormones affect your hunger, cravings go through the roof. Not only that, there's even a hormone imbalance that will force a skinny woman's midsection that looks like this and make it look like this. which makes her feel there's something wrong with her because her arms can be skinny, her legs can be skinny, but her midsection has suddenly gained weight and she can't get rid of it. To top it off, she tends to have acne that won't go away, some male pattern baldness, and fertility issues. So you see, when someone talks about doing sit-ups or crunches to lose your belly fat, Glenn just rolls his eyes and throws his hands up in the air. And by addressing the true causes of what we call belly fat, these women and many more you'll hear about were able to flip the switch on their entire body that turned it from fat storing to fat burning. Now here's just one story about Judy from Nevada. These are her measurements when she just started. Now, she didn't even come to Glenn for weight loss. She actually came to him because her blood pressure was so high. As you can see, her waist was 33 inches, but when she went through the program, her waist ended up at 27.5. Her upper abs, the part right under the chest, shrunk from 33 inches to 30 inches. She says, "This is something that just totally blew me away. When you first started coaching me, I was in size 12 clothes, my pants especially. Well, those pants are now literally falling off my hips, so I had to buy some new ones for my trip. I bought some new ones, and guess what size I fit into? A size 6. And the tops I bought were size small. For me, that's a big wow, and a big huge win. Like I said before, I'm not doing this for the weight loss, but it sure is a bonus. I haven't fit into a size 6 for over 20 some years. Anyhow, I just thought I'd share that with you." Now here's an email Glenn got from Susan in Australia. It's pretty short and sweet. "I can fit in my jeans. I haven't worn them for about 8 years. Then there's Stacy. She was someone who jumped on the whole juicing bandwagon because she wanted to be quote-unquote healthy. But she started getting excessively sleepy and couldn't focus to save her life. But her big complaint to Glenn was that she was gaining a layer of fat around her midsection. Well, shortly after starting the program, this is what she had to say. "In these last 10 days, I'm starting to see that layer of fat melt away, and I'm seeing my figure. I forgot how good it feels to see the body you like in the mirror. It's just my way of life now. And it's easy and inexpensive, too." Now, those are just a few success stories. You're about to hear more in just a bit. So how do you actually do this for yourself? Great question. Now here's the great answer. I've persuaded Glenn to put all of this into a simple program women can do on their own right in the comfort of their own homes. With your permission, I'd like to share with you the power of Glenn's discoveries and how to make your body effortlessly release all the excess fat stores and all the excess weight being stored in your stomach and waist area. When you master the simple concepts you're about to get your hands on, you'll be astonished that your measurements and your body shape can change so fast, and that you can start to feel so much energy so quickly. And I also want to show you what belly fat category you fall into. And by knowing what your exact problem is, you can finally have a clear path to shedding excess weight for good. You see, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all belly fat solution. There are several more imbalances Glenn shares with you, and you probably have only a few of them. You see, I talked about hormones already, but there are other belly fat triggers I haven't told you about. By knowing what's affecting you, it'll be like a custom-tailored fat loss program just for you. Not your girlfriend, not your mom, not your sister or coworker. You. There are some women that are suffering from bloating and something called distended abdomen. Distended means swollen due to pressure from the inside. So that means their abdomen doesn't really have any fat, it's just distended and bloated. The exciting part is that it can be resolved in about 1 to 2 days. 1 to 2 days to a flat stomach when she's been suffering from it for years. Another thing Glenn shares is how inflammation can affect the gut area. And doing intense workouts and calorie restriction is the worst thing for this. He shows how to identify it and what to do about it for good. And there's also another imbalance that makes your stomach, chin, face, and upper back store fat because of stress. It also makes your hair limp and frizzy, and you can feel thirsty all the time even though you drink a lot of water. And guess what? Every time you do a quote-unquote good workout by the book, you gain about 2 pounds the very next day. In this situation, working out and calorie restriction actually speed up your fat storage. Now the list goes on. I can't cover everything here, but rest assured, if it exists, he's covered it. How can I make such a bold claim? Well, it's not just that it worked for so many women before you, and it's not that it worked for me. It's because Glenn's methods are the only ones that address the actual causes of excess weight in the midsection. We're calling the program the belly fat melt because that's exactly what we kept hearing women say. They kept saying, "My belly fat is melting off me." Whether you've struggled with a lot of weight your whole life, or you just have that last few stubborn pounds that you just can't shake, or even if you've tried everything, the Belly Fat Melt will be the last fat loss program you ever use. Now, before we go any further, it's only fair that I be absolutely 100% honest with you. If you're looking for that magic pill weight loss answer, or if you just want another diet fad, or some other plan that you already know will never ever really work for you, then please leave this page right now. Go to this page. It's called fantasylife.com. The Belly Fat Melt is really for women who are ready to set aside the miracle answers, yet still want the fastest, easiest, and most permanent way to achieve long-term weight loss. So, if you're wanting the real answer to banishing stubborn weight around your waist, then here's what you can expect. If you want to drop 10% of your unwanted body weight in less than 30 days, enjoy your favorite foods while getting leaner and healthier in your tummy area and the rest of your body, saying goodbye to low energy, sluggishness, and afternoon fatigue, and get the body you deserve without sacrificing your entire lifestyle to do it, then the Belly Fat Melt is not just a great program for you, it's the only solution for you. Here's an email Brenda from Connecticut sent to Glenn. I've spent the past 15 years and a lot of money trying program after program to lose weight and get my health back on track. I was hesitant to try yet another program, but I'm glad I did. You were the first person who truly identified why I wasn't able to lose weight. Even though I had such a clean diet, I was a vegan, stayed off wheat, flour, and gluten. I exercised regularly, and yet the weight kept piling on. It was because my hormones were so imbalanced and my body was extremely depleted. I followed your program. In less than 4 weeks, I started to see significant changes. I dropped 12 pounds. My skin was more hydrated. My memory was better, and I had more energy. I feel great. I started to receive compliments from people that I look younger and the dark circles under my eyes have disappeared. This is the best investment I've made in a long time. The food plan and exercise has transformed my body and given me a new lease on life. Thank you. And then there was Jessica. She says, I can't believe it. After 6 years of trying to solve my weight issue, you were able to identify it right away. As you know, to everyone else, I look skinny, but that's because I kept hiding my stomach. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I was only gaining weight in my torso. The more I worked out, the more my arms and legs and every other part of my body got leaner. But my waist got pudgier, my stomach stuck out more, and my waistline was just disappearing. Now, I was going to Cabo in a month, so I wanted my waistline to look as lean as the rest of my body. Oh, and I also had acne with my menstrual cycle even though I was 35 years old. You spotted the problem right away, and now I've lost 13 pounds, my acne is gone, my cravings are totally under control, and I worked out half as much as I used to. Thank you. Now I can wear the bikini I wanted to and not have to hide half my body. Now this next one is really touching. It's from Lucy in France. Glenn, my husband and I don't know how to thank you enough. We came to you to help me with my infertility issues. You told us what could be causing it and that it was also what was causing my excess weight around my stomach area. Well, when I followed your advice, even though I wasn't too interested in losing the weight, I lost so much weight around my midsection that I had to buy a whole new wardrobe. And guess what? I'm happy to report I'm now pregnant. Thank you so much. Now let's take a look at what you'll receive inside your copy of the Belly Fat Melt. First, Glenn goes over the different ways excess weight is stored in your abdominal area, and he explains how to tell which one you're suffering from. That way you can save time and do only what applies to you and skip the rest. Then he gets into the specifics of why your body is storing fat the way it is and how to reverse it. Remember the omentum? It's that part of your body that traps fat deep in your abdomen. Well, you'll find out what foods cause it to pack on the pounds and what foods cause it to release all the stored fat right away. Because as you now know, the omentum is the key to unlocking your body's fat-burning ability. He also shows you how to cleanse your liver so you can let your body use its own natural fat-burning hormones to work their magic on your body again. This is so powerful. I mean, it's not just that you'll be able to lose pounds and inches. It's that when you use Glenn's techniques for unclogging your liver, you'll be increasing the amount of human growth hormone in your bloodstream. So you'll see your skin glow and even reduce fine lines and wrinkles if you have them. Collagen will form and you'll start to look years younger. And if you don't see it, trust me, others will. And you'll also be increasing your natural testosterone levels again. So you'll see natural lean muscle starting to form where it looks best on your body. And your sex drive will increase as well, not to mention your focus and your drive. Glenn also shows you the two kinds of exercise that target the deep inner abdominal area like a heat-seeking missile. So you don't waste time using popular mass-marketed workout programs that are designed for men and athletes. You're not trying to win a gold at the Olympics, right? Of course not. You just want to enjoy the body shape you've been desiring for so long and to be able to keep it. The best part is these two types of exercise are so easy. You can work out for as little as 10 to 20 minutes and get more fat burning than a 3-hour cardio session. And again, it targets that key area, the omentum, that all other belly fat programs fail to do. If you're suffering from abdominal inflammation, like I talked about earlier, and that's what's making you look and feel heavy in the waist, then the good news is that is the easiest and fastest thing to solve. And you'll find your digestion will be better than ever. Now, I don't have the time to get into everything you're going to get. And you may believe that a system that can do this much for you would cost a pretty penny. And in all honesty, it really should. After all, the system has helped thousands of women just like you drop tens of thousands of pounds quickly. Not only that, the only way I was able to convince Glenn to make this available as a book was to show him that it would sell for a low-cost offer, so we've priced it at a fraction of his personal consulting fees. So $74.95 for this program would still be less than hiring a top personal trainer, less than what you end up paying for a gym membership, less than many of the ab devices hawked on late-night infomercials, and far less than what Glenn charges for his personal one-on-one sessions. Yet you're not just going to receive the Belly Fat Melt program today. You see, I persuaded Glenn to give you some incredible free bonuses along with the Belly Fat Melt system. The first is called Desserts and Sweets for a Flat Stomach. Imagine being able to freely eat rich, delicious desserts and still lose weight. Well, what would it be like if you had a rich, thick, decadent chocolate shake that is made of superfoods that literally raise your metabolic rate and taste just as good, if not better, than the real thing? Well, that's what you'll be able to have. Glenn has compiled a collection of recipes made by expert dietitians and chefs that use only superfoods, natural sweeteners, and clever prep methods so they are easy for you to make at home. So that's what you're getting, a recipe book of superfood desserts that you can eat guilt-free, like tarts, pies, shakes, and even cakes. In fact, here's what one lady said about desserts and sweets for a flat stomach. I didn't believe you when you said I could have a dessert for breakfast. I challenged you on that and had that chocolate shake almost every morning for breakfast and still dropped 3 dress sizes. And now I don't have to worry about what to give my kids after dinner. It's valued at $37, but you'll be able to download it in just a minute, absolutely free, tonight. Now, Glenn's second gift for you today is called the You Diet Meal Plan. Now, this is really exciting. Glenn discovered that we all have our own unique food type. What this means is that some of us burn fat when we eat proteins, but not when we eat carbs. Others are just the opposite. They burn fat when they eat mainly carbs and just a little bit of protein. And some are just mixed, meaning they need a balance of proteins and carbs with each meal. This is the missing link to why diets seem to work for some and not for others. It's because there's no one diet that fits everyone's genetic code. Each of us responds to food differently. Popular diets focus on food, but they don't focus on the most important part, and that's you. That's why I call it the You Diet. But not only are you getting the simple, easy method to find your own food type, you're also going to get a 2-week meal plan so you can plan out your meals in advance. Having an easy-to-prepare meal plan is one of the things Glenn found caused consistent and repeatable success with his clients. Just using this one bonus alone will virtually end your food cravings and energy swings. It's a $47 bonus and it's yours free to use today. Now, this entire package has a retail price tag of $158.95. Right now, though, because you're still here, it shows you really want this. So you can download the Belly Fat Melt program, the Desserts and Sweets for a Flat Stomach bonus, and the You Diet Meal Plan bonus for just $37. All you need to do is click the button below, enter your information, and you'll be on your way to a slimmer you in no time. But if that wasn't enough, I want to show you how you can have this absolutely free. You see, since we're still selling this on a small scale, we're both eager for as many raving testimonials and word-of-mouth marketing as possible before we release it on a larger scale. So that's why we're going to let you have the entire Belly Fat Melt program now absolutely free. Because at this time, what we want most are your success stories. We want to hear how your life has been transformed, and we know we will get your rave testimonials. The program is just that good. But once we have the raving testimonials from you and the success stories we need, the price will go back up to its original value of $158 and change. So to try the Belly Fat Melt program today, absolutely free, all you need to do is try it for 1 month. Follow what it says, use it, and see that it's everything we found it is. We know you'll see it as the best investment you've ever made for your health. Even if you end up losing more weight than you thought you would, or feel better than you ever have, save money on gym memberships, and you still want to get your money back, all you need to do is contact us within 60 days and we'll refund the purchase price right away. We only want happy customers, and we know you will be euphoric. That's why we're so confident. Yeah, I'm sure some people will use it every day and ask for their money back regardless, even if they get great results. But from past experience, most people are honest and just want to live their days free from excess weight, tiredness, low energy, cravings, complicated diets, and fear of things getting worse. So right now and for the next 24 hours, because you're here watching this presentation, you can instantly download your copy of the Belly Fat Melt program for only $37. That's $113 off the future price. So click the button that has appeared below and start your new adventure. Plus, if you act now before this presentation ends, I'll include this one-of-a-kind super bonus worth over $47. It's called What to Order When Eating Out. As you know, eating out can be one of the biggest challenges when trying to lose fat. So Glenn compiled all the belly fat friendly menu items in the most popular fast food restaurants. So you can have at your fingertips the exact items to order while you're on the go. No more sabotaging your diet, no more stress, no more awkward moments when you're out with guests. That brings your total to over $200. Yet today, if you act now, it's all yours for one payment of $37. Once you place your order, you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. Once you fill your information and confirm your order, you'll get a page that looks like this, where you can download the entire program and get started. Now, as you can imagine, this has created an avalanche of orders, so I'm not sure if our processor is going to be overloaded at the time you're viewing this. So if you look below and you don't see a button to order the Belly Fat Melt program, that means we're just getting too many orders right now. And unfortunately, you might miss out on the short time we're keeping the price so low. So you're going to have to come back and order at the higher price. But if you do see the button below, it means you can still get it right now. So as it stands, you have three choices right now. Option 1, you can do nothing at all. You can continue to live your life and risk having the unhealthy fat turn into a serious health condition or at the very least continue to get worse. Option 2, you can try to lose your belly weight on your own. You may get some improvement, and if you do, that's wonderful. I want you to get better. And then there's option 3, try the Belly Fat Melt. Try it for at least a month. It is so easy to follow. In today's world, a flat belly is more than just looking good. As you saw earlier, it's directly related to illnesses and diseases like diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks. There's no reason for this, and it's not what I want for you. All you have to do is click the button that has appeared below and order your copy of the Belly Fat Melt. You have nothing to risk whatsoever, but you have so much to gain, just like these people. Here's Teresa from California. I spoke to you about 3 weeks ago, and I wanted to thank you again for responding to my last email so promptly and giving me feedback on what I've been doing. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to check in and let you know about my progress. I started on your program on June 7th, and so far, after about 2.5 weeks, I've lost about 10 pounds. When I took my measurements, I would say that I've lost about ½ inch to an inch in most areas of my body. And here's Heather. Hi Glenn, I wanted to give you an update. So I graphed my weight pretty obsessively. I'm showing my steepest weight loss in 6 months, 4 pounds in 7 days. Then she sent him another email. Glenn, I lost another pound and I'm so freaked out. I've lost 6.5 pounds since May and 5 of them have been the last 8 days. This is crazy. And here's Catherine. Glenn, I am now down to 128 pounds from 156 pounds. You're great. Now I can wear anything I want. I feel so much better at this weight. So go ahead and order your copy of the Belly Fat Melt program now. Once you start using the Belly Fat Melt, you will probably notice a change in your body on the first day. Most people do. You'll notice your skin doesn't look as waterlogged, like you look leaner. But within the first week, you can start to see that it's working. You'll feel it deep inside your body. That's how you know it's not like any of the other programs you've tried. It won't be about muscle soreness or eating leaves all day or using some kind of fancy new technological equipment. You'll feel changes in your body where it matters the most, in the inner abdomen. Funny thing is, that after the first week, you'll probably see more changes in the mirror. Clothes won't look as good on you anymore because they're hanging off you a bit too much. But you see, it's when others see you that you'll really know it's working. They'll comment on your skin, your hair, on your waist looking smaller. And it just keeps going on like that until one day it will happen. I like to call it the magic moment. It's where you feel like things have truly changed for good, where you realize you have a new body. It's not just that the belly fat is gone. Your whole body has been reshaped. Workouts that didn't do anything before now start to work. You can move freely and easily. You feel lighter, that it wasn't a fluke or a temporary weight loss that you just had, where you know your struggle for control over your body and your weight is finally over. Until this moment, a part of you was being held hostage by pain and fear. But when the magic moment comes, the fear will be over. This is what I want for you. I want you to get your magic moment as soon as possible. So go ahead, place your order, and begin your transformation as soon as possible. Click the button below. Again, you have nothing whatsoever to risk. Again, this is John, and thank you for your time, and please send me your success stories.